Hey everybody, welcome to episode 4 of
Shreddin With Aaron.
Today, I'm going to discuss the idea of diatonic versus chromatic improvisation. One of the important concepts of jazz is the embellishment of diatonic melodies with chromatic leading tones and passing tones. So for example, I'm going to play the melody to Body and Soul, and I'm going to use chromatic passing tones to embellish it. Okay, so I'm playing the melody as it should be played, but I'm using chromatic leading tones to create some interesting embellishments along the way. That can be a really useful tool. I love using chromaticism in that sense of making something a little bit more interesting. I like to think about it as a house, okay? You could have a house that's very vanilla, very plain, just a set of walls and a roof, nothing special to it. And the chromatic notes maybe are, maybe you put up some nice woodwork along the edges of the house to make it a little bit more decorated. Okay, that's what the chromatic thing is to me. You still have the foundation of the house set up, it's just that you're decorating it to make it a little prettier. Excuse me. So I love using chromaticism in my solos and my melodies, but what I want to talk about today is intentionally avoiding chromaticism, because I truly believe that chromaticism can be a crutch. And I don't think it's a good thing when you're only using chromaticism to mask the fact that you're not good at coming up with melodies. What I want to show you today is how you can practice getting good at creating melodies without leaning on chromaticism as a crutch, okay? So what do I mean by diatonic? Well, it's the notes of the major scale, and then you can adjust that to whatever of the 7 modes you're using. I'm just going to use the major mode, Ionian, for right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the metronome on, and I'm going to consider this 2 and 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to only one major scale, and I'm going to only use notes from that major scale, and I'm not going to use any chromatic tones outside of the diatonic scale. I'm going to pick a key that I really hate, not hate, but I struggle with. So this is concert E major. So in my key, that's D flat major or C sharp major. What I don't like about it on the sax is that it hits a lot of really open nasal sounding notes. And so one of the challenges that I'm trying to work through in this exercise is warming up some of those notes and creating a more full sound to this scale. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. want to do that for a long time. I like two things about this exercise. One, it's forcing me to think of ideas on the spot, but it still has a restricted limitation that allows me to think about less things all at the same time. The other thing is that I really believe that it can help you explore new ideas. And one thing that I believe that we should strive for as jazz players is to find how our unique personalities come out in the music we play. So what I come up with during this exercise is inevitably going to be completely different than what you come up with during this exercise. That's just the way it works as creative musicians. My personality is my personality, and that's what's going to influence my choices as a musician. All right, so I hope this gives you something to work on. I know for me, being able to create diatonic melodies is extremely important. Once you know how to do that, you can use chromaticism to embellish that, but you need the foundation of the house in this metaphor to be good enough to stand on its own, or else it's going to crumble once you start to put all that other stuff on it. All right, thank you so much. Stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll see you then.